You know what's wild? Most people think they're being smart with money, making responsible choices, being savvy consumers, but they're actually bleeding thousands of dollars a year on things that stopped making sense years ago. Here are 15 things that are quietly destroying your wealth, and I'll show you exactly how much money you're losing without even realizing it. My name is Ivan, and I help people understand the psychology and mechanics behind building real wealth. If you're tired of wondering why your bank account never seems to grow despite making decent money, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button if this video helps you figure out where you've been going wrong. Let's start with the framework. Every dollar you spend falls into one of three categories: dollars that generate more dollars, dollars that provide genuine value or necessity, and dollars that disappear into thin air. That third category is where most people lose the game without even realizing they're playing. Number 1, overpaying for housing. This is the big one, the expense that kills more dreams than any other. The traditional advice says housing should cost no more than 30% of your gross income. But in many markets, people are spending 40, 50, even 60% on housing costs. Here's what happens when you overpay for housing. Every other financial goal becomes secondary. You can't build an emergency fund. You can't invest for retirement. You become trapped in a golden cage of your own making. Let's make this concrete with Rich Richard and Poor Peter. Both guys earn $90,000 a year. Rich Richard keeps housing at 25%, about $1,900 a month. Poor Peter stretches to 45%, $3,400 a month. Over 10 years, Rich Richard invested at the $1,500 monthly difference at 8% returns. That's over $275,000. Poor Peter has zero, just memories of a nice apartment and rent receipts. Number 2, small daily spending habits. That's $6 coffee every morning, the $12 lunch you grab because you didn't meal prep. Here's the math. A $10 daily habit costs you $3,650 annually. Most people have multiple $10 habits. But it's not just the immediate cost, it's opportunity cost. $10 invested daily becomes enormous wealth over decades. $1,000 a month on daily habits, that's $12,000 a year. Over 20 years invested at 8%, that's over $580,000. But most people never see it because they're buying lattes instead of building wealth. Number 3, buying sale items you don't need. You see something marked down 50%, and your brain does mental gymnastics to justify why you need this thing you'd never heard of 5 minutes ago. You're not saving $35. You're spending $35 on something you didn't want until a price tag told you it was a bargain. The average person spends hundreds per year on sale items they never use. Clothes with tags still attached, kitchen gadgets that never see food, electronics that duplicate what you already own. Every time you buy something on sale that you don't use, you're giving up the opportunity to invest that money. Never buy something just because it's on sale. Buy things because you need them and would purchase them at full price. Number 4, extended warranties. Extended warranties typically cost between 15 and 25% of the item's price, but the actual claims rate is usually under 15%. For every $100 spent on warranties, only about 12 goes toward actual repairs. The rest is profit. Most warranties don't even kick in until after the manufacturer's warranty expires, and they're loaded with exclusions that make them worthless when you need them. If you're buying extended warranties on multiple items per year, you're wasting $500 to $1,000 annually on protection you'll probably never use and probably wouldn't work if you tried. Number 5, overpriced car insurance. Most people are overpaying for car insurance by $300 to over $1,000 annually. Insurance companies count on customer inertia. They gradually increase premiums banking on the fact you won't shop around. The process of comparing rates takes 30 minutes online, 30 minutes to save $1,000 per year. Yet people won't do it because it seems like a hassle. The money you save isn't just one time. It compounds year after year. $500 saved annually and invested. That's serious wealth accumulation over time. This is the boring financial optimization that quietly creates millionaires. Number 6, Airbnbs for most trips. You see a listing for $150 a night, then checkout reveals a $75 cleaning fee, $30 service fee, and hidden charges. Your $150 room just became $255 before taxes. Compare that to a hotel at $200 per night with no hidden fees, daily housekeeping, a front desk, loyalty points, and flexible cancellation. The Airbnb isn't just more expensive, it's less convenient. Plus, you're paying $75 for cleaning while being required to do dishes, take out trash, and strip beds. You're paying premium prices for the privilege of doing housework. Number 7. Unnecessary holiday and birthday gifts. The average adult spends $500 to $1,000 annually on gifts for people who probably don't need or want what they're receiving. You spend $50 on a coworker's gift. They spend $50 on you. You both end up with items you don't want paid for with money you could have used meaningfully. It's a money laundering scheme where everyone loses except retailers. Gift giving has become a financial hostage situation where nobody wants to suggest we stop buying each other stuff we don't need. The solution? Have honest conversations about simplifying exchanges or focusing on experiences rather than objects. Number 8. Buying food in bulk when half ends up spoiling. The average American household throws away 20% of the food they buy. For a family spending $400 monthly on groceries, that's $80 go to garbage. Over a year, that's nearly $1,000 of waste. Bulk buying amplifies this exponentially. You buy giant strawberries because the per pound price is better, but they spoil in days. When you buy large quantities, you feel less guilty about waste because each item seems cheap. But wasted food is wasted money regardless of how you rationalize it. Be brutally honest about your actual consumption patterns before buying bulk. Number 9. Paying for degrees you don't use. If you borrowed $40,000 for a degree in a field where the average starting salary is $35,000, you didn't get an education. You got scammed. The debt payments will follow you for decades, preventing you from buying a home, starting businesses, or building wealth during your prime earning years. The irony is cruel. You're told education is an investment, but investments generate returns. If your education generates negative returns for 15 years, that's not an investment. That's an expensive mistake with a graduation ceremony. Be strategic about what you study and how much you pay. Community college transfers, in-state tuition, and choosing fields with job prospects make education a genuine investment rather than a financial death sentence. Number 10. Investments you don't understand. The number of people losing serious money on investments they can't explain is staggering. Your crypto investors who threw money at digital assets they couldn't define. Startup platforms funding businesses in industries they don't understand. Meme stocks turning markets into casinos based on social media hype. One bad investment can erase years of savings. People lose $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 chasing investments they heard about without understanding risks, business models, or exit strategies. When investment goes well, you feel like a genius. When it goes poorly, you convince yourself it's temporary. Meanwhile, your money evaporates. Every dollar you invest in something you don't understand is gambling, not investing. Only invest in things you genuinely understand after doing homework. Number 11. Premium streaming bundles and app subscriptions you barely use. Streaming services used to be the cheap alternative to cable. Now, people are paying more for streaming than cable ever cost. Netflix Premium, Disney+, Hulu, Apple TV+, Max, Paramount+, Peacock, Prime Video. Each one is $10 to $20. Add in music streaming, productivity apps, fitness apps, cloud storage, news. Subscriptions. Suddenly, you're hemorrhaging $300 to $400 a month. The psychology is insidious. Each subscription feels small. $15 for Netflix, no big deal. But $400 a month in subscriptions is $4,800 a year. Over 20 years invested at 8%, that's over $230,000. You're trading $250,000 in future wealth for 17 streaming services you cycle through. Most people barely use half their subscriptions. They signed up for a free trial, forgot to cancel, and now it's been auto-charging for months. The average person has 5 to 7 active subscriptions they couldn't name if asked. Audit your subscriptions monthly. Cancel anything you haven't used in 30 days. Rotate services. Subscribe for a month. Binge what you want, cancel, move to the next one. Number 12. Brand new cars instead of reliable used ones. Here's a wealth destroyer that feels like responsibility but acts like sabotage. A new car loses 20 to 30% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. In the first year alone, it loses about 20%. By year 3, you've lost 40%. You're literally watching thousands of dollars evaporate for the privilege of being the first owner. Let's make this concrete. Rich Richard buys a 3-year-old Honda Accord for $18,000. Reliable, low miles, still has factory warranty coverage. He pays cash. Poor Peter buys a brand new Accord for $35,000. Same car, basically just newer. He finances it at 5% for 6 years. Monthly payment, $550 for 72 months. Over those 6 years, Rich Richard's car depreciates maybe $6,000. Poor Peter's car depreciates $20,000, plus he paid $5,000 in interest. That's a $25,000 difference for essentially the same transportation. Invested at 8% over 20 years, that's over $116,000. All because Peter needed that new car smell. The psychology is powerful. New cars feel like success, like you made it. But wealthy people know that cars are depreciating assets that move you from point A to point B. They buy reliable used vehicles, drive them for 8 to 10 years, and invest the difference. That's how you actually build wealth, instead of just looking wealthy. Number 13. Financing furniture and electronics on payment plans. Buy now, pay later has become the financial trap of this generation. Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay. Every retailer offers it now. 0% interest for 12 months sounds amazing until you realize it's designed to make you spend more than you can afford on things you don't need. Here's what actually happens. You walk into a furniture store planning to spend maybe $1,000, but the salesperson shows you something nicer for $3,000. Normally, you'd walk away, but then they mention it's only $125 a month for 24 months. Suddenly, $3,000 doesn't feel like $3,000. It feels like $125, so you buy it. The problem compounds. You do this for a couch, then a TV, then a bedroom set, then appliances. Suddenly, you have 6 different payment plans totaling $500 a month. That's $6,000 a year going to furniture and electronics payments. Over 10 years at 8% returns, that's over $86,000 you traded for stuff that's worth maybe 20% of what you pay by the time it's paid off. Wealthy people buy furniture and electronics with cash or don't buy them at all. They use what they have until they've saved enough to upgrade. They don't finance depreciating assets, period. If you can't afford to buy it outright, you can't afford it. That monthly payment mentality is keeping you broke while making retailers rich. Number 14. Gym memberships you don't use. The average gym membership costs $40 to $60 a month. Most people use it consistently for maybe 6 weeks after signing up, then life gets busy. Motivation fades. The gym bag sits by the door untouched, but the membership, that keeps charging month after month, year after year. Here's the math. $60 monthly for a gym you visit maybe twice a month means you're paying $30 per workout. You could buy a day pass for $15 and save money, but you don't cancel because you might start going regularly again someday. Meanwhile, that's $720 a year disappearing for a service you're not using. The psychology is brutal. Keeping the membership feels like keeping the option to get healthy. Canceling feels like giving up on yourself, so you keep paying. Gym owners know this. They count on it. That's why they make canceling as difficult as possible. Online sign-up takes 2 minutes. Canceling requires a notarized letter delivered by carrier pigeon during a blood moon. The solution? Cancel the membership. If you're not going consistently, you're not going. Buy dumbbells for home. Use body weight exercises. Go for runs. Join a sports league. Do anything that doesn't involve paying for a service you're not using, or commit to actually going 4 times a week minimum. But stop paying for a gym membership as emotional support for future fitness goals you're not pursuing. Number 15, paying for convenience when DIY takes minimal effort. This is the final wealth killer nobody talks about. Oil changes, car washes, lawn care, house cleaning, food delivery, grocery delivery, laundry service. Each one individually seems reasonable, but together they represent thousands of dollars annually for tasks that take minimal time and effort to do yourself. An oil change at the shop costs $60 to $80. DIY, $25 in supplies and 30 minutes. Professional car wash, $15 to $25. DIY, $5 in supplies and 20 minutes. Lawn service, $150 monthly. DIY, $0 after buying a $200 mower that lasts 10 years. Food delivery markup and fees, $8 to $15 per order. Making the same meal, cost plus 0 fees. Here's what kills me. People will pay $20 in delivery fees and markup for a $15 meal rather than spend 20 minutes cooking or picking it up themselves. They're literally working multiple hours at their job to pay someone else to do tasks that take 20 minutes. The math doesn't math. The psychological trap is that we've been sold this idea that convenience equals success, that paying others to do basic tasks means you've made it. But wealthy people know the difference between high-value and low-value activities. Paying someone to do something that requires specialized skills while you work on high-value tasks. Smart. Paying someone to do something you can easily do yourself just because you don't feel like it. That's how you stay broke. Here's what's beautiful about this. You don't need to cut all 15 things. Even eliminating 5 or 6 of these traps could save you $20,000 to $30,000 annually. That's life-changing money. That's wealth-building money. That's financial freedom money. You just have to stop doing what everyone else is doing and start thinking clearly about where your money actually goes. The path to wealth isn't about earning more, though that helps. It's about keeping more of what you earn by avoiding the financial traps that everyone else falls into.